Hey, this is Florian with another self-leadership weekend experiment. 5 years ago, I got a book that changed my life. And I've been studying ever since. And when I started to see the results that I had in my life, I started to teaching it to other people. And this book has been published in 1937 and sold in more than 100 million copies ever since. And it's the result of 20 years of research of the lives of 500 most successful people in the United States at the time. Ford, Rockefeller, Edison, Schwab, the Wright brothers. And in this book, the author puts a very powerful and intriguing statement. He says that these people, what led them to success, it was not that they had an abundance of generalized or even specialized knowledge, but it was that they developed their intellectual faculties to such a degree that they can acquire anything they want or its equivalent without violating the rights of others. And that's a pretty powerful statement, isn't it? And when I read that, I said, right on, I will focus on these intellectual faculties. Rather than me going after reading all kind of books or acquiring all kind of skills, I will focus on this. I had a problem. I didn't know what they were. And you can sit with people that have advanced degrees in education and ask them, what were those intellectual faculties that Ford, the Wright brothers, Edison had developed? And one of these is imagination. And there is an entire chapter in the book on imagination. But it's one particular statement that I want you to experience this weekend. So here it goes. In my copy of the book, at the page 137, it says like that. Man's only limitation within reason lies in his development and use of his imagination. Let me say that again. Man's only, and that's a big word, man's only limitation lies in his development and use of his imagination. Man's only limitation. I don't know about you, but I see a lot more other limitations in my life. But he says, man's only limitation within reason lies in his development and use of his imagination. And let's take the word use. And here is what we want to focus on. The question here is not if you use your imagination or if you don't. The question here is if you use it rightly or wrongly. And for the first couple of years in my business, I used to imagine the worst case scenario. When I had a new idea, I was paying people to tell me what could go wrong. You go, hey, I have this new idea. Could you tell me what could go wrong? Could you give me your honest feedback? I did that mistake. So I share this with you so you don't do it. You avoid it. So I invite you in this weekend to enter into an experiment and use your imagination rightly. Just take a short-term goal that you have, or just imagine something. Write down an outcome or a result that you would want to have by the end of the week or by the end of next week. And set a bit of time and imagine what would it feel like to have that in your life. Imagine the best case scenario. And you'll be glad you did. And if you find this message valuable and you'll be doing the experiment, please comment below and let me know how your experiment goes. And if you have someone in your life that needs to hear this message, tag him. Tag him in a comment below and let's all live a more positive life. Thank you. Be well.